Hello everyone, in this video we are going to talk about perimeters of similar figures. We are working on IXL P6. So in this question, this is the most basic type of question. I don't think you're going to see as many questions as easy as this one here. The figures below are similar, the label sides are corresponding. What is the perimeter of the larger square? That's our question. So since this is a square, both of the figures, if one side is 2 meters, all of the other sides are going to be the same. So this question has nothing to do with the similar figures or anything like that. So you can just add these together. We have 4 sides that are equal. When you add them all together, the perimeter of the left square would be 8 meters. This is a bad choice of a question in here. I don't know why IXL picked this sort of a question, because we didn't even use anything about similarity ratio. Okay, moving on to the next level. Okay, this one here, yeah, we will need to use similarity ratio for this one. This is a good choice. Okay, the figures below are similar, the label sides are corresponding. What is the ratio of the perimeter of the smaller rectangle to the larger rectangle? So we need to find the perimeter of this one here and that one here, and then we gotta divide them so we can have our final answer. And by the way, when they want us to write the answer as a ratio, they want us to use a column instead of a slash to represent a fraction. Keep that in mind. Okay, the answer to this question, to be honest, you do not need to find the perimeters. The answer is going to be 1/3 or 1 to 3. That's going to be our answer. But let's get to it and then figure the answer out. To be honest, we cannot find the perimeters. We are going to use the method that I had in my mind anyways. Okay, so the problem here to find the perimeters is that we don't know what this side is. We cannot figure that one out because its corresponding side, which is this, is not given as well. So we have 2 unknown corresponding sides, so that means we need to come up with another way. This way is what I was thinking, by the way. I thought that was going to be a shortcut, but that's the only way to figure the question out. So what you need to know is, since perimeter is all about adding the sides together, the ratio between the perimeters is going to be the same as the ratio between the sides. For example, it says smaller to larger. So once we figure out the ratio between 2 corresponding sides, like 2 centimeters and 6 centimeters, figure out the ratio. But am I going to write 2 to 3? Or my bad, 2 to 6, or am I going to write 6 to 2? That's the problem here. So since it says smaller to larger, it tells us what to do. Smaller to larger. So this is the ratio between the sides. It is going to be the same for the perimeters as well, because all we do is add the sides together. We are still talking about one-dimensional quantity. So the answer would be 2 to 6, but it says probably simplify it. Let me see. Write your answer as a ratio of 2 whole numbers. Okay, 2 to 6 is right, but it is not simplified. I would divide both of those numbers by 2 just to be on the safe side. If you want to, you can just type this in and see what happens. Would it give you a wrong answer or not? But just to be on the safe side, I would definitely simplify my numbers and end up with 1 to 3 for this question. Okay, moving on to the next one. Let's get to the next question. Okay, we have our scale, our similarity ratio is 1 to 4 from smaller to larger, if that's the question. It says, what is the ratio of the perimeter? The perimeter's ratio is going to be the same as that one, if my question is smaller to larger, of the smaller triangle to the perimeter of the larger triangle. So yes, that would be my answer. From smaller to larger, that's the ratio between the sides, that is the ratio between the perimeters. So sides, here is a comparison table. Sides have 1 to 4 ratio. Perimeters have the same ratio. If you had a question about the areas, I really hope that you remember this right now. You would square the first number, you would square the second number. 1 squared is 1, 4 squared is 16. If your question was about the ratio between the volumes, you would cube the original ratio. 1 cubed is 1, 4 cubed is 64. Just to have something in mind, like just to make sure that you have something to compare, make comparisons between them. This is how it would look like if your question was about the areas ratio or the ratio of the values. Let's have another one. Okay, what is the ratio of the larger to the smaller? So this is what I'm finding, larger to smaller. So the bigger number is going to be the first one. So that's my larger. That's my smaller. Does it say, okay, what is the ratio of the side length? So the side length and the perimeter has the same ratio. So those two answers will be the same. So that would be our answer, 30 to 10. If you simplify both of these numbers, which means if you divide them by 10, you would get 3 to 1 is your final answer. Okay, that's all for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video or if you think it helped you out. And remember to subscribe to the channel so you can get notifications whenever we have another video coming up. And I will see you in another video.